Alright, hey guys, and welcome to another episode of South African Craft Beer Tasting. Alright, today we've got a really special one, and I really mean it this time. It's a beer I've been looking forward to since I see it came out. And I had such a backlog at the time of videos that were already being reviewed, and of beers that were getting reviewed, sorry, and I was also editing a whole bunch I had done before, and those are still coming out one by one over time. But I thought I didn't want to waste any more time with this one. It's already been a bunch of months, and I mean, yeah, it's never an access problem. They've always actually been available at my local bottle store. But yeah, without further ado, I'm doing the Thunderbird by Darling. It's an IPA, and if I'm not mistaken, it's actually their first IPA, which makes it even better, you know, in terms of a really special review. And let's just talk a little bit about what it says on here. First of all, that's what it looks like. Darling with their really beautiful designs and their sort of embossed Darling Brew logo. I just love that. No one else, I don't think, has anything like that. It's just really cool, and a lovely cap. And they say it's inspired by the Southern Ground Hornbill, vividly handsome, and 6.5% alcohol, a generous beer with juicy hops and well-defined edges, which leaves a lingering sensation. Sounds great, looks great, but yeah, let's go ahead and give it a pour and see what the actual beer looks like, and yeah, let's get right into that. I'm not going to pour it all. I'm just going to like develop this nice head like this, give myself ample room to smell. Yeah, but look at that. Alright, well, first of all, straight up, it's got a coppery look. It's actually, I don't know if this is, yeah, it's quite hazy, which is quite interesting. I like that, a little bit of haze, nice copper color, slightly off-white head, but visually that's cool. Let's give it a smell and see what we pick up, and then after that we'll go into the style and talk a bit about it. Okay, straight away I'm liking that. I'm gonna go in a little bit deeper and see what I get. Okay, I don't know, first of all, straight away I'm getting what I'm perceiving as your American type hops, your you know, your Cascades, your piney, fruity, grapefruity. That's what I'm getting straight away, but let's take a deeper smell there. Okay, first of all, it's clean, it's fresh, it's as I say, it's got a little bit of that resiny, piney, but not too much of that. Alright, let's talk about the style real quick. We all know IPAs by now. If you follow this channel, we've talked about them a lot, but if you're not big into beer and you haven't really followed the channel that much, IPA is pretty much the most popular style of craft beer, or, you know, it sells more than all the other kinds, and for good reason, because it really is the antithesis to something like Bud Light or a Castle Light or something like that, because it's got a whole lot of hops, and it's a lot stronger. It's got more malt, more hops. It's just a beer that you can really taste, so that's what makes it popular. And I think if you're gonna get into craft, as in drinking craft beer, it's likely that you're going to want something not at all like, you know, like not at all like what you're used to, the boring lagers and things like that. So that's kind of why it's so popular. But yeah, as I say, it's got a lot of hops, and that balances with a whole lot of malt that's put in there to make it a nice strong beer. This is a 6.5, which is exactly what I want. Exactly what I want. Almost at the double IPA mark, which is where I like it the line to be towed. It's really, really cool. Yeah, that's the style in a nutshell. Color can be anything lighter than this to darker than this. Obviously not too dark. You usually, if we're talking IPAs, yeah, guys, we're usually talking about the American IPAs, which have a lot of hops, mostly a lot of bitterness, and a hell of a lot of aroma and flavoring, which this I'm definitely picking up for them. Alright, so let's get in and taste it. Cheers, guys. That is like a flavor overload, and I mean that in a good way. It's really and it's an overload. Let me have another one. I'm gonna jump right in. Okay. That's very rare for me. That is extremely tasty, and that's a very rare thing for me, is to have an IPA these days. Excuse me, an IPA these days that really features the depth that I expect from an IPA. As I don't know what hops is in here. I'm gonna go ahead and guess it's either quite a fruity South African variety, or it's gonna be one of the American guys. When you say juicy, you usually imply your citrus, your Nelson Sauvins, your mosaics, and all that kind of stuff. As I say, I'm struggling to put my finger on exactly what this smells like fruit-wise, but it's fruity and it's nice. Anyway, that being said, that is a fantastic beer. I'm gonna give it a few more tastes and try to see if I can pinpoint a few more things about it. This beer's got body. It's got a whole bunch of body. It drinks easy, but its texture is quite thick and nice. And on the back end, you don't get too many hops. I'm sort of that sort of aftertaste. I'm not really getting tons of bittering. Let me just have another sip. No, not severe in terms of bitter, gentle, but appropriate. Still bitter enough that it's giving you that little bit of a twitch, you know what I mean? It's still bitter enough. Malts, I can taste the texture throughout. I can just add malts are really the flippin' winner in this beer. I'm really enjoying that, and there's quite a bunch of malt sweetness coming through, but it's balancing. But still, there's malt sweetness, and it's desirable. It's not sweet like there's syrup or anything in here. Okay, so there we go. I've had enough of it to be able to tell what I think about it, and that's that I really like it, and I'm going to enjoy drinking the rest of this bottle. It's super tasty, guys. It's available widely from them at the moment. I don't think it's seasonal, so you can go ahead and grab these off the shelf. I got mine at Top Spa, and I'm pretty sure you can find them at most of the top spas in Joburg and Cape Town and stuff like that, probably even Durban. Really tasty. Hits all the spots I'd wanted to hit. Shout out Darling Brew for this, because I think you've really done yourself justice with this one. It's just one of those IPAs I can see people really taking to. I haven't seen any reviews of this beer yet, because I try to stay away from a lot of the reviews so that I'm like completely unbiased going into it. So I haven't watched any or seen any reviews or watched whatever, read any reviews yet, but I'm pretty positive you're gonna get some. You've probably gotten some great reviews already on this beer. Just a gentle bready, biscuity toastiness as well that sort of just gently comes through, but a heck of a lot of aroma and flavor as it hits your mouth. Fantastic. Alright, so I love this beer, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is an easy 4.5 to 5. Easy 4.5 to 5. So really top marks. This is a good beer, guys. I'm sure it'll probably even pull some awards, or if there's awards coming up or something like that, this should do very, very well. So again, shout out Darling Brew for this excellent beer. I'll be sure to buy a whole bunch more myself. Guys, look out for it at your local bottle store. It's really tasty. If you like these videos, please subscribe. It really, really helps. And if you like this particular video, give it a like. Comment if you have any questions, or if you want to suggest other beers that I review. I do have a bunch stacked up, but let me know if there's something exciting. I'll definitely push it forward and get it out there. Alright guys, thanks, and drink good beer this week, and cheers.